What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are taking a super quick look at the latest budget-friendly phone from Poco. This right here it's called the Poco M4 5G. This is a phone that's powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 700 that's paired with either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM. I personally have the version with 6 gigs of RAM and this device gets an Antutu benchmark score of about 360,000. So definitely a higher score than I was expecting. Alright, starting the super quick unboxing, well, this comes in a box that you've pretty much seen for a lot of Poco phones before, and inside the box you're gonna find the case for the device, some user manuals. We also have a 22-watt charger in there and a cable. This is a USB-A to a USB-C cable. Now, funny enough, the phone only supports 18-watt charging, so charging this phone from 0 to 100 is done in about 2 hours. Inside it, we have a 5000 mAh battery, and on one charge you can get up to 12 hours of screen on time. Of course, it really depends how you're using the phone, but if you're just watching videos on it, for example, you can get up to 12 hours of screen on time. So pretty decent screen on time for a budget device. Now, like most budget-friendly phones out there, there will be some compromises to be made to keep the price low. So the first compromise in this case is the screen. So this is a 6.58 inches LCD panel that has a 1080p resolution and a 90 Hz refresh rate. And if you're using the phone indoors, the screen doesn't look bad at all. However, as soon as you take the phone outside, you can barely see the screen. So the maximum brightness for this screen is 500 nits. So okay for the indoors, not so great for the outdoors. The second compromise that had to be made were the camera. So the main camera on the back there, it's a 13 megapixel sensor, and then the main camera on the front is a 5 megapixel sensor. On the back there we also have another camera that's used for portrait mode pictures. These are some examples of pictures that I took during the day and at night around the building here. So during the day the pictures do look okay, on par with many other budget-friendly devices that I've seen in the past. But if you take any pictures at night, well, you can't really see anything in those nighttime pictures. As for selfies, those selfies aren't gonna be the best selfies out there. The maximum recording resolution that you're gonna be able to get from that rear camera with this device is 1080p, and unfortunately at that resolution we don't get any type of image stabilization, so your video will look a bit shaky if you basically move anywhere. And this is a quick example of a sample recording that I've done with this device earlier today. Alright, this is a quick video recording done with the Poco M4 5G. The maximum recording resolution for this device with the rear camera is 1080p at 30 frames per second. But from the looks of it, we don't get stabilization at that resolution. So I'm just gonna stop somewhere around here. I'm gonna pan left slowly. And back right a bit. So yeah, this is how video recording from this device would look like. You also get a phone that's mostly made out of plastic, so the back here is plastic, the frame is plastic, pretty much everything about this phone is plastic. Now at the top here we do have a 3.5mm audio jack and an IR blaster. On the right hand side we have the power button and the volume buttons, and the power button is also a fingerprint scanner. And I feel that for a budget friendly phone the fingerprint scanner works pretty good. On the other side of the phone we have the slot for the SIM card, and this device can take 2 SIM cards and an SD card at the same time. My particular device has 128 gigs of internal storage. Now at the bottom here we have the USB-C charging port and the holes for the speaker. This is also the only speaker available. With a lot of other budget-friendly phones that I've seen, we get a speaker at the bottom and one at the top, but with this one we only get one speaker at the bottom, and the speaker sounds a bit on the mediocre side. However, we do get an NFC chip inside the phone. That means that you're gonna be able to make payments using Google Pay, and even the GPS unit inside it works pretty well. So it only takes like 3 seconds to find your location, and once your location is found, it doesn't seem to lose it. The phone is running MIUI 13, that's based on Android 12, and if you're just gonna use the phone to write some text messages, to open Facebook, to browse the web, stuff like that, watch videos and even play games, the phone does perform okay. Of course, it's not gonna win any speed and performance awards, but for a budget-friendly phone, it's kind of hard to argue that the phone doesn't perform well. So a bit of lag here and there, but overall for such a cheap device, I think it does okay. So of course there are many compromises to be made with such an inexpensive device like the Poco M4 5G, but if you're just looking for a basic phone that's cheap, well, you can't really go wrong with this one, and for the price you can't really ask that much from it. So there you have it, this is the Poco M4 5G. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.